What's the favorite stage you have been on? What's going on, guys? This is Philip Sessions, your communication coach, coming to you today to answer a question from you, the audience. Had this awesome question come in from the audience about what my favorite stage was to be on. And I'm going to give you two just simply because one of them is going to be a stage that I created myself. So I feel like that may be a little cheesy to do. So the first stage, I'll go with mine, which was one that I did last August, being August 2022. If you listen to this way into the future, and the reason why it was so cool was not because it was only my event, which was really awesome. I was excited about it. It did not quite turn out the way I wanted it to turn out, but it was still a great day. And it wasn't because I got to go up there and speak on that stage. It was because of me inviting people to speak and seeing them speak and just really pour into the audience. Even though it may have been a small audience, they still poured into that audience. And it was just awesome to see how we all end up having messages that were very similar in nature, but different at the same time. So people were hearing different things and learning different things, but it all came together in one harmony at the end of the day. And it was just a really cool experience for me to see because as a speaking and communication coach, it was just great because not only did I get to go speak, which is something I love to do and be on stage and pour into other people with my message, but I got to see other people. And I had one of them, actually two of them, I had helped out a little bit with their speech prep. So it was really cool to see how they were able to bring that speech together too. But just seeing those people pour in and knowing that I created this event and this stage was just a really awesome thing to do and be a part of. And so that I'll call it my little cheesy stage that I just loved so much. But my stage that so far has been my favorite stage to be on is actually one of my good buddies, Kyle Slaymaker. He had the Slaymaker Syndicate or the Slaymaker Summit. Sorry. Sorry, Kyle. Didn't mean to offend you by not having that name right, but that was up in Pennsylvania last year, and that was so much fun for me. It was an amazing stage, amazing lighting, amazing audience that was there. He really killed it. Him and Nell Tice at the time that they were doing things together, and they just killed it on this event, just making everything really awesome. But the cool part for me, not only getting to pour into that audience, but it was cool because I got to be the speaker. I got to go fly out of town, out of state technically, and go and speak on a stage in front of people that I had really never met before. Kyle and Nell and a few others that were speakers and people in the audience I had made relationships on social media with, and actually getting to see them in person was just a really, really cool experience. And I really enjoyed that aspect of that. But the coolest thing to me was, and I can't wait to continue to do more and more of these events where I get to go out of state and be able to then get off stage, which is probably the coolest part to me because I get on stage, people are clapping for me coming up there, which is a cool experience. And I get to go pour into the audience, which is another amazing experience and why I love speaking so much because you can transfer so much information to so many people all at once who are paying attention to you specifically. And that's why you need to get on stage more. But what I really liked was the fact that people were coming up to me afterwards and not for like the pat on the back and, oh, yeah, Philip, you're so awesome. You're great. All these things, which I did get compliments and I appreciate those compliments. But the cool thing was that people were like, oh my gosh, I needed to hear that. Oh man, that message resonated with me right now. Oh, I can go back and apply what you said right here to my business today. And it was just so amazing to see that people were paying that close attention, that it was things that they could take action right now on. It wasn't like they needed to wait or anything like that, or I gave them so much fluff that it's like, okay, cool, I feel motivated, I'm inspired, and then nothing. They were actually able to take notes and take action on that. And just getting people to come up to me after the speech and say that was just incredible. And I really enjoyed that. So the experience overall, be able to fly in, stay overnight at a hotel, actually stay 2 nights because I came in early. I left the next morning and everything. So I was able to be there for the whole event and experience it and see all the other speakers and see people that I've met online and finally meet them in person and just be able to see people actually learn from me and be impacted by my message and take away nuggets that's going to help them with their business. That was definitely my favorite stage. It wasn't my own stage. So my stage, which I really enjoyed because I got to bring speakers in to be able to see how they spoke and give them that platform to speak on. But then I also got to go to an event out of state, which was just a super cool experience to be able to do. So thank you to my speakers that were on my stage, and thank you to Kyle and Nell for having me at the Slaymaker Success Summit, which is another one coming up this year. I won't have it in the show notes, but reach out if you do want to hear more about that because it's going to be an awesome event. And I plan on being there myself. And there's going to be so many amazing speakers. Kyle does a great job with his events and really making sure that he goes all out on those. So you definitely want to check that out. And let me know in the comments below. Leave some questions. I would love to answer these questions for you. Maybe ones that aren't quite as personal as this, but more tactical questions. But make sure that you're leaving questions so that way I can record videos on content that you want to learn more about. But go out there and have a healthy and blessed day.